everyone, it's Chloe here with this week's virtual picture news. Let's get started and take a look at this week's picture. What can you see? Is there anything you like or dislike? Do you have any questions? Use the clues in the picture and some of the questions you've asked to make a prediction as to what could be happening in the news this week. Let's look at this week's story. The Nepalese government has announced that from September, climbers aiming for the world's highest mountain will have to pay just over £12,000, that's $15,000, during the main climbing season. This is over $4,000 more than the previous permit fee for climbing Mount Everest. There have been concerns that there are too many people climbing the mountain, leaving rubbish and not respecting nature. It's hoped that the extra money will go towards protecting the area from tourists. How does this week's story make you feel? Perhaps you're shocked or surprised at the amount of money it costs to climb Mount Everest. Or maybe you're a little jealous because you'd like to give the challenge a try. I know I would. Now might be a good time to pause and share your thoughts and feelings with the people around you. Let's look at this week's big question. Should we be allowed to travel anywhere we like? This week's poster shows an Austrian climber on his last few steps to the summit of Mount Everest. Let's find out more about the new rules that are being put in place when climbing Mount Everest. Who can climb Mount Everest? Anyone wanting to attempt climbing the mountain must be physically fit and mentally prepared. Most people spend at least a year training before they are ready. The trek itself is expensive and takes around 2 months. What are the new rules? The government in Nepal has issued new rules to those hoping to climb Everest. The rules are to help protect the area and reduce pollution there. They include things like travelling with a guide, permit price increases, and carrying biodegradable bags. You might like to pause here to read through the new rules more thoroughly. In the first weeks of every season, when the weather conditions are perfect for climbing, over 600 people attempt to summit Mount Everest. The mountain has become very overcrowded during these times, and there is an increasing amount of waste left behind by climbers. The leftover waste is a risk to clean water sources there. Look at the picture, which shows rubbish being brought down from the mountain. Why do you think climbers leave rubbish behind? And whose responsibility is it to clean up? Do you think there should be a limit to the number of people who can climb the mountain? Do you think the rules will help to protect the local area? Can you recall some of the places you have visited as a tourist? What are some of the things we can learn from visiting different places? And can you think of any places where people shouldn't visit or that should be protected. Take one last look at this week's picture and big question. Share your thoughts. Reflection. Through travel, we can go to new places, learn and understand more about the world in which we live. Whilst there are many benefits, it's important for us to be respectful and considerate of the places we visit. This week's interesting fact. Did you know Mount Everest currently stands at 8,849 metres? That's about 29,000 feet. But it actually grows about 4 millimetres taller every year due to the movement of tectonic plates. How incredible is that? Don't forget to check out some of the activity ideas linked to this week's story, including thinking of your own bucket list of places you want to visit, or creating some artwork inspired by the majestic Mount Everest. We always love you to get in touch with any of your amazing thoughts, ideas, or any of your activities. And I'll see you next time.